The doctor has his arm slung around Jenni and he's limping towards the TARDIS. Jenni is supporting his weight the best she can, but at best they're going at a very slow pace. The doctor falls several times.
Come on, we're almost there. I've got to get you back to the TARDIS. I've got to understand what's going on. Why won't you wake up?
The pair finally arrive at the TARDIS. Jenni gets the key and opens the door. The doctor falls to the door opening.
Jenni?
Jenni turns around and comes face to face with her mother in tears.
I did what he said. I called your gran. She knew exactly what to do. She called in some authorities, some people she used to work with or something. Military types. They're at the factory now cleaning up.
I think Dad is dead.
No, he's not dead. Not yet. I've just been with one of the doctors. Dr. Smith, I believe. She said she's had experience removing cybernetic implants, and she thinks she may be able to remove them from Martin. He may have brain damage, but we'll deal with that bridge when we cross it.
How'd you find me?
Mum said you'd been making your way back here, so I came. I can't do anything for Martin while he's in surgery, so I wanted to see you, make sure you were alright.
The doctor gave his life for me, for Dad. He saved all of us.
So you are going with him then? Leaving again? Is this the life you want?
I don't know, Mum. All I know is he needs me right now, and however hard it gets, no matter what happens, to him or me, he will always need me.
And what about me? What if I need you? What if your dad needs you?
Don't be stupid. You have Nan.
But she's not off gallivanting, that is.
Look, Mum. Please let me do this. I need to do this for Dad. What was the point of him saving me if all I'm going to do is sit around here in this tiny village watching Jeremy Kyle all day? I need to be out there, in the stars, travelling, living.
Lisa looks at her daughter almost as if she can't recognize her anymore.
You've changed.
No, I haven't.
You have. When I last saw you, you wouldn't go on holiday to Devon. Now look at you, touring the universe.
It's not like that.
I know. But one day you will understand what I mean.
Lisa and Jenni share a tight hug.
Is he gonna be alright? The doctor? Should I say goodbye?
No. He isn't well. Besides, well, it's just too difficult to explain.
You'll be sure to come back again and visit your old mum?
Of course. And let me know how Dad is. You have my number.
You mean you get reception? Up there?
Yes, cell phones are everywhere. I better get after him.
Jenni looks to her mum and smiles. Lisa smiles back. Jenni walks into the TARDIS and closes the door. The doctor is full of energy. He's running around the console and pulling levers and pressing buttons.
Listen to that. Did you hear it?
What?
Beeps! Bings! Whatever they are called. Such a wonderful sound.
Doctor, hold on.
Susan! Look at me. I'm Ginger! No, wait, not Susan. Perry, Tegan, Sarah, Rose? No, I've got it. I've definitely got it. Jamie! That's it, isn't it? Jamie!
My name is Jenni.
Ridiculous! That's my daughter's name, or my wife's. I can never remember. Whoa! Easy girl.
Look, I've got a lot of questions.
Unfortunately, in my current state of affairs, I don't have a lot of answers.
Who was controlling the Cybermen? Who was controlling my dad?
Good question, but for another day. Right now, I have no idea. But, good news, I intend on finding out.
The TARDIS swings about as the ship hurtles in an ugly manner out of the vortex through a great cloud of pink light and dust.
What's going on?
We're wonderfully out of control. Oh, if I had £1 for every time this has happened.
Doctor?
Suddenly, a hologram of a familiar face, Doctor, appears at the side of the TARDIS console.
The TARDIS has activated Protocol 17. Please remain calm.
Gonna have to change that hologram now. Alright, go away, you angry schoolboy. Be gone!
With the press of a few buttons, the hologram shimmered away.
Tell me what is going on.
The Doctor swings around a screen showing a small white box flying through space.
We're following that. I'm not even flying her.
Wait, you're not flying the TARDIS?
Of course not. I am far too dizzy for that.
The doctor takes a stride over to another TARDIS control panel, his legs buckling as he struggles to remain standing.
Warning, Gallifreyan device detected.
Back again, are you? I told you, push off.
Doctor, everything's changed.
Well, you're halfway there. I regenerated. Regeneration, right, is...
I remember, but before, in the dream, you became horrible.
Well, that was a dream. This is reality, and this is me.
The doctor stumbles and catches himself on the console.
Warning, Gallifreyan device detected.
Can you make him go away?
Believe me, I'm trying.
So what are we chasing? What is that device he keeps warning us about? And why is he warning us?
Wow, you have got a lot of questions. Alright, we are following an ancient Gallifreyan messaging device. It might be the time. And if that's the case, I have to stop it.
What?
Don't you see, Jenny? We're finding a Time Lord. Way too much information to answer in 5 minutes.
The doctor suddenly collapses onto the floor as his body becomes limp. Jenny runs over to the strange-faced man. He's out cold. Sparks fly from the console as the TARDIS heads towards the asteroid belt.
Warning, the TARDIS is on a collision course. Evasive action is recommended. TARDIS destruction imminent. Warning, the TARDIS is on a collision course. Evasive action is recommended. TARDIS destruction imminent.
The TARDIS materializes in midair and begins to descend rapidly, flying through the alleyway, colliding with a market stall. Inside the TARDIS, Jenny and the doctor are thrown around as the TARDIS finally comes to a halt. As the TARDIS stops shaking, she looks up at the broken, distorted hologram that she knew as her doctor. She looks at the broken hologram and then down to the man he has just become, laying motionless on the floor of the TARDIS. Jenny looks back into the hologram's eyes.
What have you gotten me into?
Successful. Partial landing achieved.
The hologram slowly fades, and Jenny drops her head.
Doctor, now is not the time to be missing you. I have better things to deal with. Okay, so what would the doctor do?
Jenny reluctantly, slowly, opens the doors of the TARDIS and looks around.
Oh, Doctor, where are we?
In front of her is a small white cube, exactly like the one she was shown earlier. She approaches it and bends down. A small light glows from within. Slowly, she picks up the cube. The cube burns cold, but slowly begins to warm, allowing Jenny to hold it comfortably. Along the side of the cube is an image of a 6-pointed star with some Gallifreyan lettering.
What are you?
The cube becomes bright orange and hums almost as if it's replying. Jenny hears a voice inside her head.
Hello.
Jenny is shocked. She jumps backwards as the cube glows red.
This message is to any surviving Time Lords alive in the universe. My name is Salachby, illustrious Screamloo of the 6 Pinal Floankers. Hopefully, if you find this message, it will lead you to the Messenian Quadrant, where I hope I can meet you. Please bring this cube as proof of good intent.
Still holding the cube, Jenny looks around. In front of her is a huge market square under a great glass dome, surrounded by aliens purchasing different objects, all equally unfamiliar.
Now all I've got to do is find someone human looking, unless... Do Time Lords always have to look human? I guess not.
Jenny looks back into the TARDIS at the strange man lying on the floor and closes the door. She walks up the straight line of market stalls, occasionally looking back to make sure she can still see the alley where the TARDIS lay. Suddenly, a large, imposing figure walks in front of her. Its humanoid body is covered in suckers while its clothes are shiny and metallic. A similar type of creature stands by its side, although it's far shorter, only coming up to Jenny's waist.
Super flip flip, Sondelop, Schwang, Schwang!
Jenny looks behind her and then turns back to the two aliens.
Are you talking to me?
Squang from Foxpot.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're saying. This has never happened before.
He's trying to purchase you, sell you. I got Tidas, Tibor!
A tall man appears behind her. He looks human but with blue skin. His clothing is a shamble of leather and metal with a sturdy bandolier around his torso, while a gun lay in his hand.
You speak English?
Little. My job friend here's origin is Solo 3.
Slogan Athelis fans bar. He means Earth.
Slavibot Fretzel. The two large aliens turn to look at each other and leave. Jenni looks back at the woman. She's about Jenni's height, but dressed ridiculously. Her clothing is based around armor more than comfort.
Name is Fansbar, and this is...
Name's Silver.
Silver.
Yeah, 'cause of this.
From her back, Silver pulls a large, shiny silver rifle, its barrel glistening pink from the light. Jenni is suddenly nervous.
I'm looking for someone who knows something about these.
Jenni pulls out the white cube.
Teach might know something. Yeah, but when I wait to see him now.
Teach?
That guy.
Silver points at a stand a few yards away. The seller is the only other human-looking character in the entire market. Silver and Fensbar walk over slowly, eyeing the two alien beings already standing at the stall. Both appear to be wearing some sort of respirator over their pale green skin.
I told you, I've already sold it. Well, if you want it, then you better talk to them.
They've given you trouble, Teach?
Look, here's the customers who paid for it. Now back off.
You will hand over the neutrino generator.
Not if we've got anything to say about it, mate.
Silver removes her rifle and cradles it in her arm.
You are armed.
You better believe it, sunshine.
We are also armed.
Yeah, well, I don't see any weapons.
Suddenly, the skin on the alien's hands begin to part. Their face becomes dead and lifeless as small silver barrels erupt from their hands.
You will not move, or you will be exterminated.
Exterminated?
Dalek agents.
Dalek?
Get down!
Two extermination bolts shoot from their hands and smash in the stall behind them, knocking over some type of food items. Fensbar and Silver begin firing their weapons. The two agents of Dalek are dead in a matter of seconds.
So what was that all about, Teach?
People have been trying to get a hold of this for weeks, but the Daleks, whew, you better be careful with that thing. Some serious people are after it.
People that are after it should be careful of us. And don't worry, it's not for us, it's for Asan.
Asan? What does he want it for?
Power. You said that thing could power an entire starliner fleet for a year.
Well, here you are. Anything else you want of me before you shoot any more customers?
This girl wants to ask you something.
I'm looking for the person who sent out this.
Jenni holds out the small white cube.
If you will all excuse us, have a pleasant day.
The teacher grabs Jenni by the arm and leads her down a small walkway.
Are you a Time Lord? Have you come to get me? Have you got a TARDIS?
Well, I'm not a Time Lord, Time Lady,
Oh,
but my friend is. And the TARDIS is just up there.
another Time Lord. Wonderful. You have to show me.
Listen, there is something I should tell you. He changed, suddenly. The Sidemen, well, he's different. He kind of fainted.
Regeneration, yes. Take me to him. I'll have a look. Sometimes there can be complications in unsupervised regenerations.
Jenni leads the teacher to the TARDIS.
Well, here it is, the TARDIS.
The doctor suddenly bursts through the door.
Jenni! I've just discovered a wonderful recipe that involves sticking marshmallows in Marmite.
You're awake, and you remember my name.
Of course I am, Susan. Now who is this?
You said you were tracking this cube thingy. Well, it led me to this man.
Did I? I'm gonna be honest, the last half an hour is quite the blur.
Doctor, he's a Time Lord. Like you. I thought he could help with the regeneration.
The Doctor? No. Not you. It can't be.
Help? What do you mean help? I'm fine. Although, I could do with a change in clothes. I look like a maths teacher.
You brought the Doctor to me.
Hello.
No wonder the Daleks are here. Get away from me, you murderer!
The teacher pulls out a small pistol and points it straight at the doctor. The doctor cautiously puts his hands in the air.
Leave. Go on. Leave, now.
Alright. Come on, Jenni. We'll leave.
Doctor, what's he mean?
He's referring to something that happened a long time ago. I don't like to think about it, much less talk about it.
The Doctor burnt planets, destroyed worlds. The Doctor destroyed Gallifrey.
Well, actually.
I watched as hundreds died at his command.
The Doctor stands still, his face awash in memories. As blurry as his memory is, some memories are burned into his consciousness. Suddenly, the other Time Lord runs, breaking into an alleyway and sprinting through the marketplace.
Where's he going?
Wait. Did he say Daleks? Stay here!
The Doctor chucks his jacket at Jenni before sprinting ahead towards the teacher. Jenni stands still, perplexed.
Get away from me!
Not until you tell me who you are!
A blast from the teacher's gun smashes into the side of the marketplace. The Doctor picks up speed.
Ugh. Wow. Looks like this body's good for running.
The Doctor is catching up. The teacher is in his sights. The Doctor runs up behind him, but just as the Doctor prepares to tackle him to the ground, a shot rings out.
Ah!
A red laser blast hits the Doctor in the side of his chest. The Doctor feels his entire body struggle as he collapses to the floor. The burning hole in his torso is killing him slowly. A familiar duo walk out of the alleyway and greet the teacher.
Mr. Tate?
Careful, he's dangerous.
I wouldn't worry. He doesn't look dangerous to me. He looks well and truly dead.
Fanspar's right. This sucker's dead.
Oh, he's not easy to kill.
I will take him to Asan. Come on.
Jenni enters the TARDIS and looks at the Doctor's coat. She strokes it carefully and sadly. She slings the Doctor's jacket on a banister.
You never took off that jacket.
The TARDIS has detected quantum electro field. It is interfering with the TARDIS translation matrix.
Please come back. I miss you.
Please adjust the physical settings by placing your hands into the psychic controls.
Why? Why did you have to change? It's not fair.
I'm not programming with that information. Please adjust the physical settings by placing your hands into the psychic...
Whatever. Just please, tell me I can get you back.
Jenni places her hands into the TARDIS mesh that houses the psychic controls. As usual, it feels horrible, like a million tiny fingers probing every corner of her skull. This time, however, Jenni doesn't even notice it. She reaches out to fetch the hologram, but it's just the hologram. Meanwhile, the Doctor is being carried by Fensbar.
Oh dear. You've completely ruined this shirt. There's a huge hole in it.
You should be dead.
First 15 hours of the regeneration cycle. I'm pretty much unstoppable. Now, put me down.
The group stops as Fensbar lowers the Doctor to his feet.
Want to test that?
The barrel of her gun pokes into the Doctor's chest.
On second thoughts, maybe not. Where am I? Where's Jenni?
Teach offered to look after her.
Teach?
That good friend of yours you were chasing? You know, the one that shot you?
Fine. Next question. Where am I?
Level 1, top of the dome. Lucky you.
I mean more in general. You know, planet, city, space station.
You're in the Mesnanian quadrant.
Well, you certainly caught your tongue. Thank you, Jenni.
Fansbar, is this the guy you brought?
Yes, this is the guy who was trying to stop you getting the neutrino generator.
Neutrino generator?
The tall, skinny man who appears half human, half cactus, is dressed head to foot in some of the richest clothes the Doctor has ever seen. He picks up a small metal box and hugs it like it was his child.
This little baby is going to provide power for each of the 5 billion life forms on these rocks.
You do know that could be a horribly powerful weapon in the wrong hands, right?
Well then, it's a good job we're all civil here.
My shirt would disagree. Now, if we're all finished chatting, I sort of need to find Jenni. So if you... Sorry, I didn't catch any of your names.
Asan. I run this whole operation. These are my top brass. Silver and Fansbar.
Hassan pays us to please his part.
Well, hello, I'm the Doctor, and I'm quite opposed to dictatorships run by idiots and mercenaries. Now where's Jenni?
Not until you tell us about these Dalek agents that were trying to nick my neutrino generator. Why they tried to kill my associates. Teach said you knew all about them. So come on, Doc.
Daleks? What do you mean, Daleks? If there is a single Dalek here, then you need to evacuate.
We don't run from trouble, Doctor. Trouble runs from us. Now what's a Dalek?
No.
What?
Get a radar, 2 monitors, a collection of yellow and blue cables, glitter glue, and some duct tape. We're all going to die.
Jenni is sitting alone in the TARDIS, simply staring at the Doctor she once knew. There's a knock at the door.
Hello? Is that you?
Hello, Jenny. Sorry to intrude.
Where is he? Where is he? Where's the...
You can't even say it, can you? The doctor.
It's just... I mean... I know it's him. I saw him change. I know about regeneration. It's just... He's not the man I knew.
You know as well as I do. He was never the man you thought he was.
Shut up! People have tried to shake my faith in the doctor before. It didn't work then, and it won't work now. Saving me and my father is the reason he had to regenerate in the first place.
Oh really? What did they tell you?
None of your business.
Did they tell you he destroyed worlds? Committed genocides?
He had his reasons.
Or could it be that you've witnessed some of these behaviours yourself? Oh, that's it, isn't it? You've seen him do these things, haven't you? Haven't you?
Maybe. Maybe I have. But he's proven to me time and time again that he has the right reasons.
Oh, has he indeed? You see, that's the thing. He might have made it up to you then. But what about now?
Now?
Every time the Doctor changes, the same thing is bound to happen no matter what personality he has. It has happened to hundreds of worlds during the Time War. And it'll happen again.
Time War?
You mean he hasn't told you about the Great Time War? The Doctor I knew was a deadly warrior.
That's not true. He isn't violent at all.
Sure, maybe that is the Doctor you knew. Maybe that's lain dormant in his genome for a few 100,000 years. But it always comes out every time he changes.
That's impossible.
You're defending a man you don't even know. Your Doctor is dead. The Doctor has had many faces before this one, yet all of them racked with the same guilt.
The teacher circles around the console. Jenny feels powerless against his hypnotic stare.
The thing is, Jenny, that anything you've seen is just the tip of the iceberg. That man up there, you don't know him. And for all we know, he could be the deadliest man in this quadrant. Just like he was in the Time War. A killing machine so bad, he forgot who he was.
The teacher runs his hand along the TARDIS console as he walks around each of the individual panels.
Listen, I might not know what he did during this Time War, but if he's still the Doctor, then I know what you're saying is wrong.
Do you want me to tell you what it was like during the Time War, Jenny?
The teacher stops just in front of the psychic control panel and places his hands into the console. The TARDIS scratches at his fingertips, but he stays calm and sharp.
He stopped being the Doctor. He gave up his own name.
Jenny's mind suddenly fills with the visions of the Fendal. She sees Aaron. A single tear runs down her cheek. Visions of the people dying in a huge coliseum are replaced by the shaking of Deimos. She sees a man with a blue box firing a huge gun into a ship that explodes in a fireball. She sees an older, gray-haired man screaming at the unseen enemy. Die.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
The teacher smiles. Meanwhile, in Level 1, the Doctor's holding in his arms a large collection of wires and other such electronic parts. Each connects to a variety of screens. Each one shows the emptiness of space around them. A lone white dot appears showing a nearby meteorite passing. The Doctor smacks the screen with his hand.
Nothing! Is this the entire station's radar? You haven't got like a little sneaky one that's even better, have you?
Doctor, that radar stretches a whole parsec in each direction. It is the best radar money can buy. Trust me, if there was a sign of any ship nearby, it'd be there.
Blast. Well, either we're all Pip and Dandy, or...
Oh.
They've got some seriously powerful cloaking device.
So I'm guessing option 2 is more likely?
They could be anywhere out there, ready to attack any second. And unfortunately, we're sitting here defenseless.
I have over 100 armed men, a quad plasma system, and an atmospheric shield.
Oh, perfect! That will last one Dalek, say, half an hour to get through. Listen, Assam, we're like an egg right now. Just one good crack and we're done. You need to evacuate.
Why? Can't even see anything.
I have a hunch.
A hunch.
A big hunch.
Look, I'm not evacuating over 5 billion people for a hunch. Besides, we've not got enough spacecraft for that. We can probably get 500 million or so off tops.
Alright, I was wrong. We're not like an egg. An egg has a shell. We're like an ant. And there could be a big invisible boot right on top of us.
Well, Daleks are living things, right? Well, they'd give off life signs, right?
No, their casings are too strong for that.
Well, gas, electrical signals, brain activity... Something we can scan for?
I'm not sure that this equipment could do any of that.
I have this. It's a...
Cerebral interface detector. I'm definitely having that.
We use it to make sure the people we hit are dead.
Ah, well, yes. You won't be needing it anymore.
The doctor opens the back and pulls out the wires.
I need something to tie this with. Ah, the tie!
The doctor pulls off his tie and grabs a set of cables attached to the radar. He uses the tie to attach the detector to the radar and hold it in place. He splices the detector to the radar.
Now, let's have a look.
But I thought you said the casings were too strong.
Dalek brains are buzzing with hate. Kind of like a game of Pong with 500 billion balls.
Nothing's happening.
Give it a sec.
A small red dot appears on the screen. It appears to be close to the asteroid.
1 Dalek? That's not too bad, surely.
2 Daleks. Ah, 3 Daleks.
The screen fills with red dots.
Dear gods.
If my maths is correct, and it usually is, then that's over 25 billion of them.
25 billion?
An entire battle formation. I haven't seen that many since... Oof. Well, let's just say a long time.
What do we do?
Well, to be honest, the best thing to do would be to lie down with a paper bag on your head. But more practically, it might be a good idea to find out what they're after. Any chance we can hail them?
Here, the contact screen.
Sweet! Bring it up and hail all frequencies.
Frequencies open.
Ooh, hello.
Contact established.
That doesn't sound good.
We have intercepted a radar detection within our life support systems. This will cease.
Someone's grumpy.
You will hand over the neutrino generator.
Oh, what?
You will be exterminated.
And what happens when we surrender it?
You will be exterminated.
But surely it would be a much more sensible idea to keep it down here. After all, you're not going to risk destroying the generator, are you?
Who is your leader?
That would be me.
If you do not hand over the generator, your death will be slow and painful.
Hey there, hello. Lovely to meet you with these eyes, although I'm not even sure what colour they are yet. What colour are my eyes? Blue. Have I had blue before? Anyway, quick question. Do you know who I am?
Your image is not stored in the Dalek databanks. Identify yourself.
Good. Alright, cheery bye.
The screen turns black as the doctor slips the sonic back into his pocket.
Great, so now they're all coming down here. Fans bar, prepare my ship. If this place is going down, then I'm not staying.
Didn't you even see the radar? This place is surrounded. The Daleks promised you a slow and painful death. And they will most definitely keep that promise.
So what do we do? Sit here and wait to die?
Our only chance is to get that neutrino generator out of here via my ship. Once I'm in deep space, I'll send a signal and draw the Daleks away from here.
I thought you said this place was surrounded. How will you get out?
That's the difference. My ship doesn't have to fly out. We can materialize in an empty part of space without the Daleks even knowing we left. And yes, I'm just that good.
How do I know this isn't just an elaborate plan to steal it?
Fine, you can look after it. We'll all go together. It'll be like a little road trip. Fansbar and I can sing 500 miles, while Silver here keeps asking, are we there yet?
I know your sarcasm, Doctor, but I'm keeping hold of this and we're still coming with you.
What do they want it for? Power? Money?
You know earlier, when I said it could be a horrible weapon in the wrong hands? Do you know what the Daleks are? The wrong hands.
The teacher and Jenni are facing each other in the TARDIS.
I can't believe it. I was so blind. Everything the monk said, it was all true.
That is why you have to help me, Jenni. I am not a bad guy. I'm not another monster for you and the Doctor to defeat. We have to put a stop to this. Everything he's done, everything he will do.
I don't know if I can.
The teacher slides his hand onto the console and pulls off a lever. He throws it to the ground, denting the floor.
You are clever, Jenny. Too clever. But I will make you realize.
With no more need for secrecy, the Dalek fleet uncloaks.
Enter invasion positions! Invasion strategy quantified! Target the center of the dome! Exterminate everything! Do not fire the main weapons! We must protect the neutrino generator! We obey! We obey!
In amongst the pink of the sky, the gold of the gargantuan spacecrafts peer through. Each saucer burns through the cloud in a violent fashion. The tiny specks peering around the saucers head for the center of the dome, right where the Dr. Silver, Fensbar, and Hassan are standing.
Alright, how do we get down?
Elevator, over there.
Elevator. Not a good idea in a fire or the middle of an invasion. We take the stairs.
Hassan stands there with a look of disbelief.
Come on! Nice little jog. Good for the health.
The dome cracks as the Daleks swoop in and begin exterminating every man, woman, and child in the market. Groups of 3 Daleks roll through the market streets, firing at anything that moves. The pink color of the sky fades. The marketplace is soon empty, with everyone either dead or hiding.
The neutrino generator must be found! Seek! Locate! Seek! Locate! Locate!
Almost there. Through here and into the market.
Hassan, careful with that thing.
I'm not the one who decided to use the stairs.
Fensbar, Silver, Hassan, and the Doctor run into the middle of the market. It is empty and barren. As they turn the corner, they run into a group of Daleks.
Halt! Do not move! Neutrino generator detected! You will surrender the device!
You will have to clutch this from my cold, dead hands before I give it up.
Affirmative!
The Dalek in front fires a different weapon. This is not the usual blue beam of the Dalek weapon. This weapon is bright orange-red. Hassan's skin begins to boil and his skin melts away from his face. His bones begin to crack and break. Hassan yells in pain until his lungs fill with melting flesh. Then nothing but a gurgling noise can be heard. Hassan writhes with pain before all that's left of his body collapses on the ground.
You think you're trained killers? Compared to the Daleks, you're like a child throwing stones at them.
What do we do?
Give us the device or each of you will burn!
The Dalek moves its gun stick towards Silver. The Doctor picks up the device from the sticky mess that was Hassan.
Never! I'm not giving this to you.
The teacher and Jenny exit an alley just to the side of the Daleks.
Do you see now, Jenny? He doesn't care. He'll sacrifice anything or anyone just to win.
Jenny? Jenny! What have you done to her?
I opened her eyes, Doctor. You're a savage. It just takes time to see it.
The Doctor looks at Jenny. Her eyes are wide and tears run down her cheeks, but she is motionless.
She saw the whole thing, Doctor. No talking your way out of it this time. Daleks, this is your mortal enemy, the Doctor. Exterminate him!
Doctor! Doctor! The Doctor is located! Exterminate! Annihilate! Exterminate!